or should I say, the newest beast inside of Clash of Clans, is a bigger, stronger, and more powerful version of the already popular dragon troop. The new Mega Dragon, known as the Electro Dragon, has some very unique abilities that have never before been seen inside of Clash of Clans. The Electro Dragon's attack bounces from building to building for some reason, but it does less and less damage per building it hits. He also has more health than the regular dragon and does considerably more damage, but perhaps the most unique part about the Electro Dragon is the fact that when he dies, he drops a lightning storm wherever he dies, similar to the dropping of a lightning spell. As my welcoming for the brand new troop at Town Hall 12, here is my story on how the Electro Dragon was brought into the world of Clash. In a village not too far away, all the villagers and troops were all getting excited and ready to celebrate in anticipation for the revealing of the brand new upgraded town hall that the builder had been working on for the past 15 days. The entire village was getting in on the celebrations, and troops were just hopping from one dance party to the next. And these dance parties were being held literally everywhere, from inside the town hall, in a goblin hut, in the clan castle, and even in the middle of a battlefield. The parties were off the hook, and every troop was having the time of their lives. And since the village had been maxed for a long time, and were just waiting for something new to upgrade, the village was extra excited for some new things to do. But since they were maxed out, none of the troops or other builders had anything to do for those 15 days during the upgrade. So to kill time, they partied every day. Everyone was having a great time, while everyone, except for one troop, the dragon. Unfortunately, the dragon was just too big and couldn't fit inside of any of these parties inside the town hall or clan castles, and when he tried dancing outside with the Teslas, his wings kept flying all over the place and hitting things. So the dragon had to sit out the celebrations for all 15 days. During the time that everyone was partying and dancing, the dragon went to go raid some bases to help him kill some time. Even though the village was already full on resources, he still went ahead and started attacking bases. So during one of his raids, since it wasn't worth anything, the attack was sort of careless in a way. And normally when doing a zap, quake, drag attack, usually the lightning spells and earthquakes are deployed before the dragons. But since it was such a careless attack, this time the dragons were deployed first. And then once the chief realized that he forgot the lightning spells, he quickly dropped them on top of the air defense. And at this point in the raid, the dragons were already on top of their air defenses as well. And then they were in the process of taking them out. The first lightning spell hit the ground and a bunch of lightning bolts struck all around the dragon. Slightly startled by this, the dragon looked up to see all the lightning bolts smashing all around him. Then as he was looking up, the second bottle of lightning spell was dropped from the sky. And awestruck at what the dragon was seeing, he opened his mouth in awe. And by some crazy chance, the bottle of lightning spell dropped right into the dragon's mouth. And when the bottle of lightning entered the dragon, the bottle didn't break completely. However, there was a slight crack in the bottle where tiny bits of lightning spell were seeping out of it. But overall, the lightning bolt stayed safe inside of the dragon and inside of the bottle. The dragon was a little bit shook up by this, but he tried to carry on in the battle. So he moved on to his next target and opened his mouth to spew some burning hot flames. However, when he blew out, instead of fire, a strong bolt of lightning came exploding out of his mouth. The dragon immediately shut his mouth and looked surprised as hell at what just happened. And all the other dragons noticed too. They all came over, despite still being in the middle of an attack, to check out what just happened. Then after being urged on by the rest of the army, the new electric dragon opened his mouth again and spat out a bolt of lightning. This time the bolt of lightning hit its target, but then bounced off that building and then hit the building right behind it. But it didn't stop there. It then bounced off that building and hit the one right beside it. And then it did the same thing to that building again. No one knew what was happening, but it would be later explained to them by the genius wizards that apparently all the buildings that the builder has ever constructed, they all contain a type of metal that is an excellent conductor of electricity. So when one building is hit with such a strong surge of electricity, if the building around it are close enough, they will absorb the shock as well. However, since the buildings already absorbed some of that initial electricity, the damage it does will be slightly less to the next few buildings. Anyways, after the dragons quickly took care of the rest of the base, they all returned home. And by the time they got to their village, they noticed that the dragon that ate the lightning spell bottle had changed appearances. His red skin or scales had turned into a bright blue color that radiated electricity. Furthermore, his jaw had changed slightly, where it changed into a more solid metallic-like material that could better conduct the electricity that came flying out of the dragon's mouth. It seemed that the leaking bottle of lightning spell was causing the dragon to mutate and change his appearance. And so when the dragons all finally got back to the village, the builder was just finishing up the town hall upgrade to Town Hall 12. And like always, once a new town hall is achieved, the entire village and troops all get hard to work farming up resources and upgrading buildings. So in the next battle, the Electro Dragon was brought into battle. However, this time, unfortunately, he was taken out by an air defense and a seeking air mine. And when the dragon turned into Elector, the lightning spell that was still in his stomach fell to the ground and broke, releasing the entirety of the lightning spell to wreak havoc where it landed. And that there pretty much covers all the Electro Dragon's unique abilities. So there is the story on how the dragon became the Electro Dragon. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, please drop a like on the video to show your support. And also, if you want to see a story on the two brand new siege machines, let me know down in the comments below. And also, it is time to finally announce the giveaway winner from the last 2 weeks, so here it is.